Isaac tonight. I know that's not your team, but how does that change things from what you've seen of him on film so far?
I have no idea. It's one good player not there, though.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You start your same group you've been starting?
We've been pretty much kicking ass with that group. Why would I change it?
Did Isaac catch your eye this
You
summer?
might have some fun tonight.
Did Isaac catch your eye this summer at the USA basketball? I know he was on that select team.
Yeah, he was. He was on the select team. But he's growing as a player. I don't mean physically. I mean, confidence level, understanding the game more, finding his place, knowing what he does well. Becoming a more complete kind of player. Just understanding the deal. So it takes time for everybody, and you can see that that's happening with him.
From your perspective, what does he do well?
Well, he's gifted athletically, obviously, so he can run the floor. He blocks shots, he rebounds. He's improved his shot, but he understands what else is happening on the floor. That's hard to put numbers on, but he sees where his teammates are and understands more what's going on around him. And that's what's hard for a lot of players. It's just more of a subtle thing.
Like a lot of coaches always say, they don't know a guy until they coach him. What have you learned about DeMar the last year and a half that you've been around him now?
I had no idea he was such a good passer. He finds people. He's really unselfish. Everybody just thinks of him as a scorer, but he's a really fine passer.
Amongst other things.
I didn't know that.
My apologies, Coach. My apologies. Amongst other things, are you planning on using transition points as a detriment against the Magic tonight?
Transition points?
Fast break, transition, deflections, everything's predicated off of defense, so use their mistakes against them.
Well, sure, that's a good idea. It's part of what everybody tries to do. It's not just something for the Magic, or the Magic tries to do the same thing. It's a really simple game. Try to have few turnovers, shoot uncontested shots, block out, get a few offensive rebounds. It's the same for everybody. There's no magic formula. No pun intended.
How did Steve Hetzel perform during his season as an assistant video coordinator, and what were some of the qualities that stuck out to you?
He was really quick on the uptake. Whatever I needed, whether I needed post-ups or pick and rolls, or as this gentleman said, I want to see all our transition defense and see where we screwed up, whatever, he'd put it all together very quickly, and he was just an easy study in that way. And then secondly, on a personal basis, he's an easy guy to be around. He's got a good sense of humor. He speaks when he needs to. He doesn't have anything to say, he doesn't say it. He doesn't try to impress anybody, he just does his job. So that was always a good sign for a young guy.
When you're cutting film, especially in the middle of the game, and film is, if you're calling for
Well,
film,
let's not give people too much credit. I cut film when I was an assistant. People don't cut film anymore.
electronically cut film,
Which I cannot do.
You could have. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. If you worked at it, you could do it.
No.
Is that a high pressure job, and just how demanding are you?
No, it is. It's pretty demanding. I mean, everybody's film room is really important because electronically we can do so many things and get them so quickly. Coaches are always asking for things from their guys in the film room, and you want it yesterday. You don't want it a week and a half from now. So it is a demanding job, but it's a fulfilling job in that it really gets people ready to go the next step, which might be player development or being behind the bench and then getting on the bench, and all that sort of thing, the progression that a lot of guys go through.
James Borrego told us how much pressure you put on him, how he was scared to death at times when he was your guy.
I don't know how to respond to that. He's my man, though. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Has your medical staff given you a sense when DeJounte will be able to pump those minutes up?
I haven't even asked. All I know is he can't play in back-to-backs. So he plays tonight. He can't play tomorrow because it's a back-to-back, and he can play like 22 to 26 minutes. And I have great faith that when that changes, they'll let me know.
Has that been a difficult juggle to have to arrange?
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, it really makes substituting hard. Yeah.
What are some of the things you like to see your team improve on this early in the
Everything.
season? And nothing's up to standard yet.
Are there any perfect teams in the league? Anybody undefeated? Everybody's trying to, that's what it's about. Who executes, who competes better for more of the 48 minutes. That's who wins. Pretty
Do you
simple
have a
stuff.
personal opinion about load management?
About who?
Load management.
Yeah, I think everybody does it to a degree. You don't want to play somebody into the ground.
Coach, how cool has it been to coach Tim Duncan throughout his career and then coach alongside him?
It's like a big dose of serendipity. I mean, to be with a guy for 19 years and then look to your right or left and he's still sitting there, albeit a different role, it's great. He's a wise dude. He's funny. He's great to be around. So after being so close to him for so long, it's great to have a friend like that who's still right there. So pretty fortunate to have that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Coach.
You guys have a good night.